You got cheated on before. You don't have many female friends. You're a hypocrite. Downsides of being a social media figure. What is up, you guys? This is Cheyenne and I'm back with another video today. I think it's been a while since I made a video or like uploaded a video. So I posted on my Instagram story and I said, drop any assumptions that you have about me or any assumption that you've heard about me. And you guys dropped in quite a lot that I screenshotted. So before we begin, I have some tea here, like a jar of tea. I'm gonna just drink some tea as we go along the way because time to spill some tea. Without further ado, let's just get right into the video. The first assumption is you low-key famous, haha, you're an influencer. I don't know, I don't really like the word famous, so I think maybe I'm well known. I don't know, to me like an influencer is just someone who can influence people in any way, so I honestly think all of us are influencers in one way or another. But yeah, I guess I really just hope that I can use my platform to influence people for good. If that's the case, then yeah, I'm glad if I can be called an influencer. Next assumption, dancing is something you've always been passionate about. Yeah, that's actually true. I actually started dancing since I was young, like in kindergarten and in primary school. We actually formed this girl group, dance group. If you know, you know. I think when I reached like high school, I kind of stopped dancing and I got more into singing. And then when I switched schools to another high school, I actually got inspired by my friends. Shout out to Nigel, Isabel. They actually inspired me to dance again, and I realized that wow, you know, I actually do love dancing. You used to be a big bully in high school. False. You're a hypocrite. True. No, I'm kidding, but I feel like, yeah, especially with social media, sometimes it can get a little bit dangerous where we're all just showing our best highlights, best pictures, or best versions of yourself. We're not really showing our true selves. I definitely feel like I can be a hypocrite sometimes, and it is difficult. It's something I'm working on. That's why I decided to make this video to try to be as transparent as I can, try to be as raw and real with the things that I post. Thanks. Oh my goodness. Heard you're not over. False. I actually am over this person. I'm actually glad that I am because it has been quite difficult, like when you do have feelings for someone and it doesn't exactly turn out the way that you hoped it would. Yeah, it does kind of hurt for a while, but it does take a lot of effort. I think like really surrounding yourself with good friends and family to support you. I think that's really important. It's all good. You can read Korean. That is actually true. So when I was young, my siblings and I, we were like huge fans of K-pop. Like back in the day, it was like EXO and Girls' Generation. Because of that, my parents actually bought us like a Korean booklet where you can learn like simple Korean phrases. So I actually spent like hours reading this book. I can read Korean, but I don't really know how to speak that well or listen that well. Plan to study medicine. Funny story, a few years back, after watching Descendants of the Sun, I suddenly had this huge ambition of like, I'm gonna be a doctor one day, I'm gonna be a soldier and all that. But when reality hit, I was like, I don't think I can be a doctor. But I'm actually studying biochemistry, which is something similar, but I'm looking at like research, being like a pharmacist or a lecturer, yeah, in that area that doesn't have to do with medicine. Next, you love TikTok. I think this is true though, haha, you are right, this is true. I love editing videos, putting things together, and I love seeing me create something, I guess. I definitely do love TikTok and I'm very grateful for this platform and the opportunities that have come along with it for me. You're looking for a relationship now. That is actually false. I think right now, as I'm preparing to go overseas and I'm preparing to start a new chapter of my life, I'm not really focusing on getting into a relationship or anything right now because I feel like there's other things for me to focus on at the moment. Because I'm only 19 and there's still so much ahead of me. I want to focus on just building my friendships and meeting new people, exploring my passion. Yeah, so right now I'm not really actively looking for a relationship, but you know, if God sends the one, He will send the one. You taught yourself how to play a few instruments. I actually didn't go for music lessons because I didn't want to like spend money on classes and all. There's so many talented musicians in my church, so I would like watch them, observe how they play, just try to follow along. I would say that I know the basics, but not those like Mozart stuff. You are a pro Android fan who uses all Android products. False. If you know me, I am a huge Apple fan. From what I see or from mutual friends' perception, you don't have many female friends. They find you closed up and rather fake, but you seem to have no trouble gravitating to male friends. Is it a competitive thing or about your past? Correct us if we are wrong. Wow, that is actually a really strong assumption. I guess I can kind of see why this person would assume this way. Like maybe I post more about my guy friends, or I have a lot of guy friends. I don't know, but I would say false. I actually do have a lot of girlfriends that I really cherish and love. I'm just gonna like name a few because you know they deserve this shout out. So there's like Katrina, Natalie, Amanda. I have so many Amanda friends, like Amanda, Lizzie, Ashley, Mandy, Adelia, Isabel, Angeline. I don't know, there's just so many that I can't list them all out. These girls have been the sweetest with the biggest hearts, and I just love them so much. Last time when I was younger, I used to prefer hanging out with guys because I would say like, oh, you know, like hanging out with guys is more chill, it's less drama. But as time passed, I realized that having a community of girlfriends to support you is actually really important, because there are certain things that guys won't understand. So you need your girls to be there for you. I have a lot of really sweet guy friends as well. They are one of the most sweetest gentlemen that you can ever meet. Yeah, I love both my guy and girlfriends, and I'm just really thankful for both sides. And I guess to answer the part on like they find you closed up and rather fake, I feel like that happens sometimes, not just to like girls or anything, but I feel like everyone has different levels of friendship. There's some people that they prefer not to share too much with, and there's some people that you can really open up and share a lot of things with. So that's just how it is. You're very firm in what you believe in. I would say true. There's a lot of values that I hold in my life that I really try to follow as closely as possible, even though there are times where it gets a bit difficult, whether people disagree with me, but I definitely do try to stay true to what I believe in. So you have a very close relationship with your family. PS, love your content. Thank you so much. I would say that's true. I definitely do have a very close relationship with my family. It wasn't always like that, but I feel like as I grew and as different things happened, all these situations and challenges actually brought my family and I much closer to each other. You are full of energy. I would say most of the time that's true. If you guys know me, you would kind of know that I'm usually really loud or really excited about things, but I definitely do think that there are times where I lose that extrovertedness energy in me, where I don't feel like talking to people, I just feel like being alone. I think maybe a lot of extroverts out there can agree with me too, but most of the time I guess I am full of energy. So cool girl, know it all. I don't think so. Like I definitely don't know it all, so I would say false. You got cheated on before. Can you tell us about your cheating experience that you talked about on TikTok? I don't even know how to story this, but basically there was this guy. We're not officially together, but like, you know how everyone just kind of knows that you're together, but you just don't put a label on it? Yeah, so that was what happened. But long story short, basically he just did things with other girls and I found out about it. You know, things just went down from there, but I'm actually really thankful that that happened, because I guess I knew that wasn't the right relationship for me. I definitely did grow a lot from that, so yeah, that's what happened. You're a really down-to-earth person. Thank you, but I feel like there are times where I get ahead of myself, whether it's my achievements or my grades or my successes. Sometimes it does get to my head, and during those times where I actually try to stop and take a step back, I definitely do have close friends and family to keep me accountable so that I don't get too prideful or get too arrogant about my achievements and all. You have a thing with roti canai telur mata. That is very true. If you guys have not tried roti canai and telur mata like put on top, you guys don't know what you're missing. I actually learned this like combination from my dad. Some people may ask me like, oh, isn't that just the same as like roti telur? But it's not, okay? It hits different. Downsides of being a social media figure. I guess just sharing from a personal experience. When I started doing TikTok and Instagram, I guess when I just started to get more recognition, I definitely did notice that some people started to distance themselves away from me. Or maybe some of my friends may think that she's an influencer and like we're not important to her life anymore. And I definitely don't blame my friends for that. But I guess sometimes it just kind of hurts, where I'm just pursuing what I love, and sometimes because of that it may drive certain people away. That's why I feel like right now I'm just trying my best to be intentional. Like even though I am growing in this area, that doesn't mean that we're not still friends. But at the same time, I'm really thankful for the rest of my really amazing friends and family who just support me in what I do. Like that's really hard to come by. Yeah, I just love them with all my heart. So that is all for the questions. Thank you guys so much for sending in your assumptions. I hope that I managed to answer and clarify your assumptions about me. This was actually really fun for me to do. Yeah, let me know what other videos you guys want to see or something. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!